everybody, it's Laura from Green Tree. I am back with your regularly scheduled Monday sampling and info dump. So today we are talking about hot sauce. I'm a huge fan of hot sauce. Now I know tastes can range on this, so we're going to start small and work our way up and give you a couple of options that you can check out here. Hot sauce is you can put it on anything. Back when I was in high school, I used to carry a little bottle of Tabasco sauce and I would put it on Starbursts and popcorn and brownies. I liked it with sweet things. It's kind of weird, but you should give it a try sometime. Now I'm more likely to throw one on my eggs, put it in a pasta dish, something like that. So really whatever you want, you can throw some hot sauce on. Hot sauce doesn't have a specific definition. There's so many different kinds of hot sauce in different parts of the world. The one thing that they all have in common is that they contain chilies. And chilies contain a group of different volatile compounds. The one most of us know of is called capsaicin. Capsaicin is the thing that makes your taste buds go, "Wah, that's hot." So they have varying levels of capsaicin and from different kinds of chilies. But other than that, you can put pretty much whatever you want in a hot sauce. Anything that takes that pepper and makes it into a liquid that you can go ahead and put on your food. Some types of hot sauce are just pureed. Some types are roasted. Some types are aged. A lot of them will have vinegar added. The vinegar often works as a stabilizer, but can definitely add flavor to the sauces as well. Sometimes you'll see other things like spices and fruits mixed into the hot sauces. So there's a wide range of flavors from a number of different cultures making these things. So there's a lot to experiment with. We also, I should tell you, so hot sauces are ranged by the Scoville heat units, or rather peppers are. And because peppers are the main ingredient in hot sauce, you can give them a Scoville rating as well. The Scoville rating system was invented by an American pharmacist named Wilbur Scoville, and it's a little bit more subjective than some scientific units of measurement, but it does work well for this. Basically what they do is they take dried pepper and pulverize it to a powder and then extract out those volatile compounds like the capsaicin with alcohol. That concentrate is then diluted in sugar water and it's tasted by a panel of people. They keep diluting and keep diluting and keep diluting until the point where you can't, a group of people on that panel, I believe it's 3 out of 5, can no longer detect that heat. Once that has happened, that gives them sort of their top and bottom range for this particular pepper, and that comes out to how many Scoville heat units there are. So it's a tiny bit subjective, like I said, because it does involve a human element, but it will give you a pretty good idea of how hot a pepper is going to be. So for example, if something is, one of the things I'm going to show you, we'll start with the hottest one. We've got Hellfire Detroit Manzana hot sauce. So manzana is Spanish for apple. There are no apples in this, but I think they call it that because it's got this really nice kind of green color, like a nice little green apple. But these guys have little Scoville ratings on the back, which I know is reversed for you, but so they refer to 100 to 1,000 Scoville units as wimpy, which, you can detect that it's there, but it's not very spicy. And then 855,000 to 2,100,000, that's where the scale tops out with ghost peppers typically. That is hot, like really, really hot. This one falls kind of in the middle. This is in the range of hot but isn't going to hurt you. You can eat this and you're going to be fine afterwards. So this one is 15,000 to 30,000 Scoville units, this Manzana Hellfire hot sauce. This is actually made in Royal Oak, so near Detroit, or in Detroit, depending on how you define that. So this is a Michigan-made hot sauce. This one is the hottest one we're going to sample today. I tried all of these for you beforehand. This one is hot. You will know that you're eating hot sauce. It is strong enough to kind of clear out your sinuses a little bit, and it'll stick with you for a while after you've eaten it, but I didn't find it to be overwhelmingly hot. And if this gives you an idea of my sort of range, I like hot sauce on just about anything, but I'm not the kind of person who's going to eat a ghost pepper for a YouTube video. So I'm kind of in the middle of the scale, and I thought this was definitely edible, but pretty strong. The second hottest one that we have is also from the Hellfire Detroit. This one's called Cherry Bomb Hot Sauce. This one's pretty much up my alley. You can put a fair amount of this on your food, enough that you're getting the flavor of the sauce and not just heat. Because with some of these, with the really strong sauces, you can only put a little bit on before you just start losing all the flavor. This one you actually can get a good taste of. I would say it's not particularly sweet, but it's not a super savory hot sauce either. It would go well with most things. It doesn't have an overwhelmingly strong flavor, like some of them can be very molassesy or garlicky or have a strong citrus flavor. So this could go on a lot of different things. You could mix it into a marinade, you could throw it on top of your chicken or your scrambled eggs. It's going to go with whatever. The third one, and this is almost the most mild that we're doing, this is Ray's Polish Fire Wheat-Free Mild. I really like Ray's Polish Fire. This is also another Michigan one. If you've never tried it, I suggest it. I like the standard hot one. I think it's a great way to add heat to a dish without overwhelming the flavor. It's a nice savory taste, again, similar to the Cherry Bomb in that it doesn't have any overwhelming flavor notes to it that are going to significantly change the taste of your food. But this one's a lot milder. This to me says, yeah, there's spice there, but it's not going to significantly kick up your food. So this is a good one for people who want to experiment with hot sauce but aren't used to eating hot things. And then the mildest one we've got today is the Sky Valley Verde sauce. So verde just means green, so this is a green sauce. That should be pretty obvious there. It does have peppers in it, but the main ingredient is actually tomatillas. So it's got that really nice, almost but not quite tomatoey, sort of citrusy flavor of the tomatillas. So this is a really good one if you want to add flavor but aren't as worried about spice. To me, this isn't much spicier than, say, a ketchup, but it has a really, really great taste to it. So you can put this on top of just about anything, and this is, you know, unless you really, really can't handle any spice at all, this one's going to be a winner for just about everybody. So those are going to be the 4 hot sauces that we're sampling today if you want to come down and try them out. I also will recommend, I would say, another little tip with the ones that are kind of in this range where they're hot but not overwhelmingly so. Keep something like this on the table, and if you have a sauce you really like say a verde sauce or a salsa that's not particularly spicy, but you have people in the family or at the table with varying levels of heat tolerance, you can add just a bit of this to your own serving to bring up the heat level without overwhelming everybody else at the table, because they can just eat it straight out of the bottle or jar. And then in case you're wondering what we're having this with today, we have got, I don't know if I can pick this up for you, a big old dome of delicious spud puppies. If you've never had Cascadian Farm spud puppies, they are essentially organic tater tots, and I really like them. They're a great way to try something hot like this without getting too strong a flavor from the thing that you're eating with it, so you can taste what the sauce tastes like. And then also you get to eat some tater tots. So if you want to try these, come on down and see me. There's your little hot sauce primer, and I hope you're having a beautiful Monday. Bye guys.